You are doomed by mind games, and you never even realized it until now. I'm about to destroy everything you thought you knew about Doom's Ultra Nightmare difficulty and any video game permadeath. By the end of the video, you'll learn how to identify and counter the mind games that are played on you, ones you never even knew existed, regardless of your skill level or difficulty setting, so you can become a stronger player. So to first make sure we're on the same page, what is Ultra Nightmare are you in? It's Doom's hardest difficulty setting, Nightmare, with 1 life. You die and your save file gets erased. Gone forever. Okay, so permadeath is scary. We know this, Alston, right? Well, you mean there's more to the story behind the scenes? Yeah, there absolutely is. So we have to start with a concept that I guarantee you've experienced before while playing and you never even realized it. It is called loss aversion. This is the idea that people feel the negative emotion of the losses more strongly than the positive excitement of the wins. Quite literally, losing hurts more than winning feels good. Think about that one for a second. Because I've beaten Doom's Ultra Nightmare in challenge runs handfuls of times over the years, and yes, it does feel amazing to 100% and beyond on the game's hardest official challenge. But when you're on a top tier run, live on stream, and you die near the end of the game, it's crushing. When you know a guy who leaves his computer room after this soul-crushing death and his wife asks him what's wrong because she sees the sadness on his face. I know him because he's me. My victories with Doom have been amazing over the years, and I've seen others in pure ecstasy as they tackle the game's most fearsome official challenge. But the losses are what you see a stronger focus and drama around. Just look at Ultra Nightmare death fail videos. Watch the reaction of any gambler when they both win $1,000 and then lose it. Even if they finish at a break-even zero, it hurts to know what could have been. That old phrase, no pain, no gain, the pain is stronger than the gain. But what do you think happens to a Doom player when that loss aversion begins to take over? A Doomer loses his confidence, and someone who has the skill to conquer this colossal challenge backs away in fear. Where do they go from here? We see this plenty of times too, in that someone may have the skill to defeat the challenge, but won't attempt it out of fear. Have you seen this happen? I mean, what do they really have to lose dying on Ultra Nightmare and having their game reset? Easy. Time. Okay, so it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's obvious, right? Well, here's that sneaky mind game, and it hurts me just how true this is, because I and you have experienced it in Doom. When you die on Ultra Nightmare, or even any other difficulty, and you lose that time, listen to this, it's going to hurt so bad it's true. All of a sudden, it's not just time playing Doom or gaming anymore. It's time you could have spent with friends, family, at work, making real money. You think, wow, I just died and lost 4 hours of my life. Wasted. I'm never going to get that back. If I make $15 an hour, that's $60 I could have made. I could have bought a brand new copy of a game. Well, before taxes and the new $70 price tag, but the point still stands. Instead, I spent it playing Doom for 4 frickin' hours just to die and lose all of my progress. And I've been grinding Ultra Nightmare for so long, it isn't even fun at this point. Ouch. No play, just practice and all performance. Is it even fun anymore? As a wise man once said, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Time is the true finite resource of Doom. We only have so much of it to play Doom and other games with, and who wants to die just to feel like it was all just lost and tossed away, never to return? Once it's spent, we never get it back, and we only have so much of it. The catch is, we'll never know how much that number truly is. We each have our own individual death clock. We don't know where ours is. We can't see it over others' head. We will all eventually meet our doom, and you could die before you finish watching this video. I sure hope not, but I'm not wrong, although I wish I was. So if we hate this loss of time, why do we continue to press on to our potential doom or victory using even more of that valuable time, being pulled to continue when we just want to quit? This is why, and you have done it. Have you ever spent time, energy, or money just trying to master something? Could be guitar, could be video games, Doom, yet fail. Ultra Nightmare is a prime candidate for the sunk cost fallacy, and you or someone you know may have fallen victim without realizing it. This is when you spent the time, you've played Ultra Nightmare, you've died just a million times, and it feels like you're just banging your head against the wall. But you've already spent like 300 hours trying, and you realize you probably should be practicing, so 100 hours of that later. But wait, hold up. You're not a quitter, right? All of this time that you put in, it just can't go to waste. We continue to press on with things, listen to me here, not taking breaks, playing Tilted simply because we've already put the time into them. We can't stop Ultra Nightmare because we've already started. This leads us to a devastating combat loop of sorts until we either break free from victory or the agony of the grind takes us down. But wait, hold up. Was it all really wasted? Was there gain, lessons learned, and experience acquired? Could it be true that the Doomslayer is only as strong mentally and physically as the one embodying him? Doom's Ultra Nightmare, and the game in general, tests and pushes the limits of your mind and physical abilities. The pressure of stolen time and loss aversion weighs down on you, pulling you down like an anchor around your neck as you're tossed into the sea, making you play worse and worse as you press on. You have heard of playing Tilted, yeah? Where, in the anger at your game, you continually press on, filled of rage, brutal without mercy. And you feel like you are the worst. Yeah, you think it helps, but this demon actually drives you further and further down the hole. So, tell me, how do you fight against this? Experienced Doom players know how to control and keep these emotions contained. I have seen it, I've analyzed it. The play of the elite is truly magnificent, isn't it? As Samuel has once said. They've been there before, that's why. And they have that battle and field-tested experience to know how to handle certain key situations that they've encountered over time. This isn't just your mental game, but your physical too. Not only may you forget to press the fancy chainsaw reload button, or not remember which enemy to prioritize first, your hands are shaking, making your aim half as good as a blind stormtrooper on a rocky sailboat taking a nap. Your palms are sweaty, knees are weak, arms are heavy, and it all weighs down on your psyche, body, and mom's spaghetti. Is it really about maintaining that fortitude and strength, both of the mind and the body? Or is it just a roller coaster of emotions, a hamster wheel of death? Dare I say, hedonic treadmill of doom? How can you be possibly on this endless treadmill that you never knew existed in the world of Doom? I'll tell you. Doom is a series that facilitates player progression. I've said this for years now, meaning that if you follow, learn, and apply the game's systems, you'll be rewarded with progress and growth. I've seen it time and time again. People saying, Austin, hey, I started on easy mode, and now I'm beating it on the hardest difficulty. Even players into the youthful ages of their 50s and 60s, which is not that old, by the way. This ties into the hedonic treadmill of doom, or the adaptation. This is when, after rising or falling in response to positive or negative events, you ultimately tend to move back toward where it was prior to these experiences. So, in Doom terms, meaning that you can want so much to beat Ultra Nightmare, and you finally do. You've hit a high, and now you've ridden that wave back down and hit a new equilibrium or a new normal. Your next goal, it's Ultra Nightmare 100%. So you do that, and then you have to do it, but in one sitting this time. Do you see how, as we progress and grow as Doom players, our baseline increases, and what we thought would make us happy before is now our new normal? You begin chasing this dragon or Pinky or whatever it may be, World Spear Dragon, rushing after that high that continually moves the goalpost. You think that it'll make you happy, but the greed and the desire for more permeates your inner being, the drive to consume and push further, and further. Isn't this just competition? Can't you have a deep-seated want to improve? Just doing the bare minimum won't help you there, so there has to be an answer, right? Where is the fine line between growth, becoming a better player, an addiction to the mind games that you never knew you were forced to play. In front of you the whole time, it's right here. I'm not saying not to make goals, to never try and improve as the Doomslayer. Always do your best and don't hold yourself back. Do realize though that your happiness as a doomer and gamer has to come from the journey and not be hinged on anything else. Enjoy the process getting there, reap the rewards, the ones that you have so fairly earned, and have fun along the way, setting new goals as you grow. If not, you'll be stuck on an endless hamster wheel of a chore, never to see freedom again. Being able to recognize these mind games, picture this, will be like a light illuminating your way ahead as a doomer and general video game player. Sure, you can probably get to the end without this light, but you'll be bumping into and bashing your knees on the rocks all along the way and hitting your head a few times too. As the Doom Hunter identifies the Slayer, you must identify the hell beneath the mind games, creating a perfect hatred to destroy your gameplay. The power, wisdom, and courage of the Triforce must guide you as you rip and tear. Recognize these tricks and traps so you aren't doomed to failure. Subscribe if you like video essays, and come over to our Discord, be able to join the chat there and have some fun with us, and check out the next combat analysis video here. I've been your host, Alston. Thank you for tuning in and watching.